In the morning, it could be slick. And also, the western slopes of the Cascades, meanwhile, are in this aerial flood watch. That is in place until tomorrow at 10 p.m. because this current system that we are under is going to continue to bring mainly rain at this point. Might see a dusting of snow in the mountain passes in that same period of time, but the bulk of the system is going to hit us at 4 a.m. and last until 10 a.m. Jordan, as you said, rain is likely in the morning. More details on what the rest of your weekend is going to look like in just a bit, but for now, Jordan, back to you.
Thank you, Max. We've reported on the struggles of maintaining a business during the pandemic, but there's an added difficulty to getting one off the ground this past year. The Point Pub and Grill in downtown Bend is celebrating its one-year anniversary this month. It's the pub's third location, but first in Central Oregon. Co-owner David Lewis says there have been times where he wasn't sure it was worth it to continue.
I mean, yeah, there's been lots of times where you wonder if it's going to work, especially when it's just to take out only, you know. Now that we're able to have people on the patio and we have the fire pit outside, that's been a huge draw and definitely has been beneficial this month, you know, this shutdown versus the last couple times.
Lewis says the restaurant did not qualify last month for the Emergency Small Business Assistance Grant because they did not previously receive at least $100,000 of CARES Act funding. The reason they didn't qualify for more CARES Act funding was because they were only open 17 days in 2019. Before organizers were ready at one of the locations for Bend Park and Recreation's food drive today, cars were already lining up. This is the Park and Recreation District's first ever food drive, and the food collected will go to help fill the shelves at the Neighbor Impact Food Bank. Donations were taken at the pavilion where we stopped by and the Bend Senior Center. In addition, a bin to donate Neighborhood Impact will be at the pavilion until mid-January. There was no official ceremony for Wreaths Across America Day at the Deschutes Memorial Gardens, but that didn't stop a few from honoring the veterans buried at the cemetery. Deschutes Memorial Gardens was one of 2,557 locations around the country where wreaths were placed at veterans' headstones. The event typically draws dozens of people, but because of the pandemic, only a handful were on hand to place the wreaths.
We usually have a lot of participants here. It has grown over the last several years, the ceremony itself. And yeah, you'd see a whole lot of people out here. And today it's just because of COVID, we're just a few people.
The volunteers laid about 180 wreaths on gravestones. Lori Niederhoff says they hope to one day cover all 1,500 wreaths at the cemetery.